Hi there, welcome to my Football Manager 26 first save, first game ever on this particular version. What I wanted to do is just go through what I did, what I didn't do right, uh, try and give some idea of what advice I took online and what I did wrong and right. I'll go through all the screen, show you what I did, but what I went for is quite, I think I went for quite a high level. I decided I would go for Horsham FC. Horsham FC are in the Enterprise South. I thought I'd give them a go. Non-league, not much of a budget to play with, and their expectations was to stay in the Enterprise South. The other issue is, or not the other issue, but the other thing about playing with a team like Horsham is they're quite local to me. So I thought I'd go for them. The other local team to me is Worthing, but I thought, nah, I don't want to go with them because that would have been going for the title. So I thought, no, I think I'll go for a team that needs survival and see what I can do. So what I'll do is I'll go through the video and show you what bits I did, what I think I did right, what I think I did wrong, show the objectives for the season, and then, yeah, I'll show you what I did. So enjoy. So I think one of the best places to start would probably be the transfer market. And a lot of advice is when you go online and try and find help with non-league is to go for players that are free, go for the free agents, try and work out and see if you can find players that suit your system, but also don't cost a penny. And I think that was one of the first best bits of advice you got. Also, the other point was looking at transfers in and out was don't be sentimental with your squad. And that's good because if you're quite indifferent to the players that are there, you don't necessarily feel like you have to keep them. So that's exactly what I did. I looked at the squad and didn't know them at all, don't know them by face or name. So I went straight in there and decided to say, right, okay, anybody that doesn't really look good enough on the face of it, from looking at the squad page, they were on for the shop, I'm afraid. I was helped at first by losing this guy, Charlie Hester Cook. He went to Carlisle. He was already on his way. But I think if you're a Horsham fan, you would probably be seething at this because I obviously got rid of people straight away who I didn't think would make the squad. So a lot of them went reasonably quickly. I mean, you can see this guy here. I mean, for Horsham, yeah, no, not too bad, but the 750, well, whatever wage he was on, I mean, no, that was good to get rid of in the first place. But these guys, obviously, they're at the club at the moment with Horsham because I'm kind of following them now. They, yeah, as you can see, the first thing I noticed is the recommendations. They're only at D's now, so don't sign them at the last resort. So makes sense. And yeah, so then as you can see, if I just look at the transfers of free transfers, because there's no other transfers I made, they're all free, and I had some success with others, and some with not. But yeah, it was nice to get in Quayne. He scored a few goals for me. Well, 12, 15 off the bench and 15 goals, 3 assists, so not too bad. What I didn't do too well. Now, I couldn't quite get my head around the on loan system. I don't know why, but I did make one good sign. Now, this guy at first, he did not want to join us. Eventually, he did, and he did quite well. Unfortunately, he did get injured, but he did play well. He made sure he covered that right-left position. I'll get into the positions later on, what I did wrong and what I did right. But yeah, no, I made an absolute howler with this one. I thought, well, I'm really desperate for a right back, and all I did was just try and get someone in straight away, and it was a waste of time. And unfortunately, I probably made the player unhappy. He'll be definitely going back to his club. And yeah, so I think if there's two things I did, you have to play the system of the free agents, of the free transfers, especially if your finances are down. But you also have to play this loan market. I think if there's anything I'd do again, is work this loan system a bit better. Obviously, you can do that in the player database and pick the loan players that are available. Also, for a team like Horsham, it is very, very hard to persuade players to come to the club. But with a better wage budget, and now we're in a position where we can probably sign more players. We've got a better budget as well for next season, transfer budget as well. So hopefully, negotiated that. So hopefully we'll be able to push on and get some more players and get to the playoffs. But yeah, that was I was quite happy with that. So another thing in terms with the club, we were able to keep the board very pleased and the supporters very pleased with what we did. We play, because we're in non-league, especially what I did do, I wanted to play a system that was obviously not too technical. And the idea was to bring in players that could play a Route 1 style. And as you can see, yeah, they were quite happy with that. I mean, we did have ways of, well, we did look at certain statistics for players that would suit the system. So we did that. And that's what the signings were. We'll look into the players a little bit more when I go into the squad. But yeah, one of the things is, and I do remember it from other games, very early game. I think the last time I played Football Manager was about 5 years ago. But one of them was to keep the harmony in the squad. So if somebody was unhappy or you kept a promise, it's very, very important to keep the promises, I think. So I've done that with a couple of players. So the board were reasonably happy. I think I can improve on these a little bit next year. The signings we got, I'm not sure that's correct. I mean, he was a good player. I don't think that's too much of a bad signing. But yeah, I'm really happy with the other ones I made, all in the B's or A's. We lost our last game of the season. Oh, that was just a game we lost in March. Not sure why that's there. But yeah, quite happy with the highly level quality of passing considering we're a Route 1 squad. Entertaining football as well and lots of goals. So we did okay there considering. Yeah, and those players were obviously, as I said, they were quite pleased with the performance of the team. And yep, we worked within our wage budget. This was a recent negotiation, so for next season we're going to look to fill that in, obviously, and get some more players. We're going to push on hopefully to the mid-table, and then this time we'll go for the playoffs. I think we'll do that. Yeah. So overall, we kept the squad and the supporters happy, so I was happy with that too. So in terms of buying players, what I wanted to do is I tried to relate what our long ball game was, obviously, to the players that I got. So what I tried to do is match these green skills. As you can see, they change, which took me actually ages to find and work out. But what I want to do is relate these scores more to the position they were playing at. So basically we had a target forward, obviously, because we're a Route 1 and you want somebody big and strong up front. And that's what we got. We've got one of our first greens actually, and that turned out to be really good. He's obviously got good jump, good balance, and finishing. What was that? Yeah, 8. But okay, well everything else works out all right. I mean, if he can batter himself to the ball, he's going to get the ball in the net. But this was important as well. I tried, but this is important. But this, I feel, looking at these scores, and certainly within the green bars, was the most important bit, or the most important stats that you should have. And yeah, it came through nicely. He played 12 games, 15 off the bench, and scored 15 goals. So he was vital. He was my first 10 out of 10 actually ever in this game, which was nice. Yeah, so he's proved to be very good in that position, and yeah, it was a massive contributor to the mid-table position that we came in. Yeah, so very happy with that signing, and I think that's what the template I'll probably use to fill other positions. One thing I will say about the culling at the start, which I probably should have mentioned earlier, but if I go to recruitment, I think it's squad planner. Yeah, that's it. So I think it's because the contracts have run out, but I do have issues basically with depth, and I'm sure that once I sign some players back, that will improve. But as you can see, I do have a very small squad, and any injury did really influence players playing out of position and probably contributing to some of our losses, which was a shame. I think the other consideration that you have to make also is when you're looking at the players, especially in the lower leagues, one of the best things to do is to try and find younger players. So that again, that'll be something else I'd like to concentrate on next year. It looks like Reece is. I don't think I'll renew his contract. I think Reece is going to be moving on at the end of the season. Reece Murphy. So we will have some issues when it does come to filling positions where if someone were to get injured, we need to backfill that position. So I need to next time I do some recruitment, I will definitely look to using that squad depth screen, squad planner, and making sure we've got lots of stuff. I mean, the midfield we're okay, but yeah, we need to fill that up basically and make sure everybody's okay in each position. Another thing I did at the start of the season, again from looking through other videos of how people play the game, also get themselves into the game, especially in their first season, was to delegate a lot of stuff. And that's what I did here. Basically, you can see that I'm in charge of the tactics, but hiring and firing people just gave it away. I didn't want to really deal with any of that. I don't know why this came. Oh yeah, I wanted to do it because I'm an obscure manager. Obviously, what I did when I did my manager profile, I started right from the bottom. I was basically somebody coming off the street and taking over the club. So I have no badges. I had no reputation. Yeah, so that was fun. Let's see if I can bring it up for you. But yeah, no, I decided right. I'm going to be just somebody coming off the street, and this has gone up a little bit. I didn't see the checking players coming. I don't know where that's all come from, but I definitely chose the attacking football and paying close attention to youth development. Strict disciplinarian, I don't remember that, but yeah, it looks like I've got competent in authority now and set pieces reasonable. I don't know when this changes. Maybe it's when I flick the season over to the second season, but that's okay. I'll take that. I'm working on my National B license now after we survived in the league. Obviously, they weren't willing to give me this until I improved the wage budget and stayed in the league. So that was good. Oh, I don't know who that is. Jason Dare. Who's that? Oh, don't really care. Anyway, yeah, so I've got some acquaintances. Don't know why Kai is, and I've been substituting him a lot probably. But yeah, a lot of the players are now acquaintances or close, which is good. And I can see the jobs coming up here. Very tempting. I'm not sure if I'll take a championship or even get anywhere near getting it. But I don't know if my journey will stay with Horsham. I was thinking maybe I'll start with them and see how high I can get through the leagues. But I'm going to come at a crossroads of that, so I'm not sure where to go. Where am I now? Okay, so just to give you a view on the portal. Yeah, Horsham have a lot of contracts to sign, so I'm looking at the contract renewals at the moment. I'm looking at the wage budget, what we've got now, what they want to be paid. It's about double from what they're on. They're looking for a bit of money. Yeah, 700 quid. So basically, as soon as he signs a contract, he's going to be the highest player in the league, in the squad. So, okay, they're looking to renew their contracts and they want a bit more money. That's absolutely fine. And the budget's been increased, so we can hopefully move them in. This is a great view, by the way. I got this from Lulu Joe. Shout out to Lulu Joe. Yeah, this shows me everything I need to know basically on one screen. Yeah. So I don't know if I kept this guy, by the way. I don't know if I signed him or not. I think he might have come in at the start. But anyway, yeah, and I think he was on our list. But again, this guy's really good. Comes from my favourite team. My club, Brighton. Yeah, so happy to have him. But yeah, no, a decent start, I would say. Is yeah, my first ever go, first ever save, and yeah, we did exactly what we needed to do. So I'm really hoping that we have a push into next season. What I'll do is I'll try and document that a little bit more, show you what I do and what I don't do. But yeah, I just want to put the feelers out for this video. If there's anybody who wants to follow a team online and see how we get on, especially with a brand new player, yeah, and then I'll keep you updated. But that is my story If you want to know anything else, let me know. I will put it in. Or if you think, no, that's rubbish, start a new save, try something else, we can do that too. But yeah, that's my journey so far. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully see you on the next one. Thanks very much.